Remember when we took a shipping box such as this one and we turned it into this beautiful satchel, briefcase, whatever you want to call it? Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Today we're working with this again because I want to share with you how I intend to use mine. Stay tuned. Y'all, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for choosing to be here today. This little project here was such a big hit, and you guys left some wonderful suggestions on how you would use this. Now, if you haven't seen the video, I'll have it linked because it was an amazing transformation from this to this. And make sure that you read the comments because there were a lot of wonderful suggestions in the comments on how you would use yours. Well, I'm going to show you how I intend to use mine. I haven't done anything to it. We're going to do it together. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here is a closer look at the finished bag. When finished, it's 10.5 by 8.5 by 3/4 of an inch deep. Now, I want to share something with you before we get started on the project. Now, when I shared mine, a lot of you said that it was a little bit too narrow for you. I want to share with you the secret of this type box. You can see all of these perforations here and here. It gives you the option of how deep you want your box to be. So I chose this as my depth, and you can see the size of that. But if I would not have folded on this line and I moved to this one, now you're able to see how much space I gained. So it really is up to you. The process would be the same. You would simply choose, where do I want to fold on the scores? So wherever you start folding on the first one, you need to do the same thing on all four. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you because if you don't like the thinness of the one that I made and you're using this type box, some of them even have 4 or 5 score marks on them depending on the size. So it really is up to you. So here is a refresher look at my nice little briefcase. Some of you are calling it a satchel. Some of you are calling it a paper purse. We can call it whatever we want, but we all will call it gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and just open this by unbuckling. And I did put a link in the description box of some buckles. The buckles that I bought at least 3 years ago. That seller was no longer available on Amazon, so I found some buckles that were similar to what I'm using, and I linked those. Now, I haven't tried them, so I can't say that they are identical to these, but they looked very similar. So when we open it, we have the inside like this. And then we have a blank back. Now, I said I wanted to do something to the back, and that's what we're going to do first. So, y'all, this is not going to be a very long video. It will be what I'm going to do to the back and then how I'm going to fill the inside. So we're going to go ahead and work on the back first. And so on the back of mine, I decided that I really wanted to go with the pocket, and I'll show you how to make that pocket. So I'm going to take a piece of that 12 by 12 chocolate cardstock that I was using, and I'm going to reduce it to 10 by 12. And then on the 10-inch side, I'm going to score at 1, rotate it to the opposite 10-inch side, and score at 1. Then I'll turn it to the 12-inch side, and we're going to score at 4 3/4, at 5, and at 5 1/4. Then we make the final score at 10. And so I'm going to fold and burnish all of my scores. So where I have these 3 scores that I made here, I'm first going to take that center score and just fold it like this. Then I'll take the outside scores and fold them like that. So basically, we're just creating a little valley in our folder like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and fold and burnish my sides. I'm going to take my finger blade and I'm going to angle on both sides of the score marks here. And I'm going to remove that tab completely. And we'll do the same thing over here. So on that first score mark, we angle this way, then we hop over to this outside score mark and we angle this way, and then we're going to remove this. And then we'll move down to this end. Again, I'll angle just a little bit, and then I'll angle in here just a little bit, as well as here. And let's go ahead and just angle here. So y'all, we're just making a very simple pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my scissors and we're going to round the ends of this 2-inch piece here. So this is how my piece looks. I have this little gusset here at the bottom. And then I'm just going to make sure I angle a little bit here and here. And then I'll do the same thing here at the bottom, because that's just going to make it easier for us to close everything without any bulk in the way. So now I'll take my glue and we'll place some glue on these 2 front tabs here. We're going to fold those over and get them stuck. And for those of you who left really positive comments about this project, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I enjoy the positive comments and the respectful comments. Sometimes I'm not doing something that everyone enjoys, and that's okay. But the way that most of you express yourselves in my comments is exactly how I would interact with people. So thank you. So now we're going to take this and I am going to add some glue here. Some glue here. And so now we just fold in. We can take this bottom and pinch that closed so that we can secure this on both sides. So just make sure that you pinch the bottom like that and go ahead and stick this. Give it a nice burnishing, because you don't want your sweet little folder to come undone. And so now I'm going to take a Velcro dot, and y'all, this is how we're going to close this. So I'll take my Velcro dot and I'm going to place it right there. Go ahead and fold that over. And this gives me a nice closure to this folder. I will bring in my sweet little purse and I'm going to put the folder on like this. I'm going to glue the entire thing down. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it down as best I can and as straight as I can. Let's go ahead and open this. And get this nice and stuck. And now I'm going to go on the inside and just make sure that I'm getting a nice stick on this. We definitely want to give it a chance to dry. So I'm going to go ahead and close that before we work with it any. So I'm going to give my ends here a chance to dry. And while that's drying, we're going to focus on the inside. Y'all, the inside is going to be very, very simple because it's really going to be a share of what I'm putting in this. So when I was putting this together and I could see how it was coming together, I immediately thought that this would make a great kit for someone. If you know someone who likes to do a certain craft, then you can fill it with some of the things that they like to craft with. For me, I am making mine a little stationery card making kit. And I'll show you what I'm putting in it. So I have an 8x10 cellophane bag. And so y'all, what I did was I put together a variety of items that can be used to make cards, to make some stationery, and to make some tags if that's what they wanted to do. So I'm going to give you a quick look at what I did. So I have a little packet of cut-aparts of varying sizes that I used. I have a pack of those Dollar Tree burlap flowers that I thought would be great to go in here. I have some brown background matte paper that I thought would be really cute to put on a card. Then I included a whole bunch of the gold foil flowers that I have put in so many of my monthly paper crafting kits. So I included some of those because they make great covers for cards. Then I added some word stickers. All you have to do is cut these out and place them down. I added some enamel dots just as decorative elements. Then I put in some 8.5 by 5.5 pieces for cards. I put in some 7 by 9-inch pieces for stationery. And then I went ahead and pre-scored some envelope pieces so that you would have some envelopes for your cards if you want it. Now this is just an idea of how I'm going to use mine. And if you're planning on doing something similar with yours and you want to include envelopes and you're using various sizes of cards and stationery, try to include a few envelopes for both types that you're doing. And that'll make it very easy for the person who gets this kit to put a card together when they need one and then put the envelope together as well. I like this idea because I like the idea of kits. Sometimes we don't always have to make everything for the person that we're giving something to. Sometimes we can give them the gift of creativity. They can take what we have put together in this little baggie here and they can create something fabulous. So I am just putting this in here, trying to make it cute. It'll probably shift, but we're going to start out with trying to get it in there all nice like. Let's put that in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and just peel off the adhesive strip on the back. And I'm going to take this and just fold it over nice and tight. So now we have a nice little kit that we can take and we can put it inside of our satchel so that the person getting this will have a beautiful way to create some cards. You can include a little note to let them know what it is, or if you're choosing to sell these, all you have to do is put a descriptor out there of what this would be used for. But y'all, I think it's an absolutely fabulous idea, and it gives someone the gift of creativity because you have included certain things in there. So it takes some of the guesswork out of trying to find papers and embellishments because you're including all of that in this kit, and it's basically just up to them to decide how they want to decorate it. And so now when I flip it over to the back, I have one of my little burlap flowers, and I am just going to take that flower and we're going to place it right there. So now we have our little pocket on the back. I'm just going to open this just a little bit using my bone folder to help with that expansion because I did some really tight burnishing. So now we've added our pocket to the back. We have some additional storage. You can put some more cut-aparts in here. You can put a little sticker sheet in here. Completely up to you. Add as much as you want because if you're gifting this to someone, they will be so thankful. So y'all, here it is. This is how I am going to use mine. I will be using mine as a stationery / card making kit, but you can use yours however you want. And depending on how deep you make the box, you can add a whole lot more into yours. But I think that this is just such a super cute and y'all super professional way of doing anything. So I hope that you have enjoyed seeing how I intend to use my little briefcase / satchel / paper purse, whatever you want to call yours. And as I said, we will all be calling it gorgeous because that's exactly what it is. So I hope that you have enjoyed this look and this very quick pocket project. If you have, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. Y'all, we do some of the best paper crafts on YouTube. Not the same old, same old. We try to innovate, and that's exactly what we did here. So, as always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.